Hey, welcome back to Dad's Garage. Joshua and I are back today. We're going to do a whole series of videos on how to do maintenance on a little riding lawn tractor or little riding lawnmower, however you want to look at it or whatever you want to call it. This particular one that we got is a 30-inch cut. It's a R1000 Craftsman. These steps are going to be very similar for other lawn tractors or lawnmowers. You can follow the basics that what we do today, and it's going to be somewhat similar on other particular riding lawn tractors, but this one will be very specific to this particular one. So anyway, today the very first in this series is going to be changing the oil on one of these. And then the second we're going to do spark plug, and the third will be air filter. So it's going to be a series of short videos. Oh, one other thing, there's going to be a fourth one. It's going to be on changing the lawnmower blade. So again, it's going to be pretty short for quick videos in a series. So anyway, let's get started. All right, so this particular mower is a 10.5 horsepower Briggs & Stratton, and what you're seeing right here, that is your drain plug. So you can just use a socket wrench with an extension on it, 3/8, and that'll get that baby out. But there's one other little tool that you're going to want, otherwise you're going to have a mess all over here with that engine oil. Swing around here to the other side, here you go, you're going to find your oil filter. So for this job you're going to need your oil filter. This is a particular one for this mower. You're going to need a couple of quarts of 10W30. I would not go synthetic, just regular conventional 10W30. It's going to take just a little over 1 quart, but you need that second one because one is not enough. The other thing you're going to need is this special little tool right here. So it looks like a flat box, but this here is the way that you keep. It's actually got metal inserted inside it. So this is the way that you're going to get this oil to flow, not to get your deck completely soaked in oil. So this is what's going to reach you to that, from that drain plug all the way into your drain pan. All right, so I'm going to try to get the camera in here to where you can see well. So you're going to put a V in this funnel thing, and then you can just kind of slide this thing right up under here, and then that will allow this oil just to flow right down into this drain pan. So I've just got a regular 3/8 inch ratchet with a 6-inch extension. It's not terribly tight. And I was able to buy all this stuff on Amazon. I'm sure you can pick it up Home Depot. I don't know about this drain. That's the one thing I'm not sure about. Oh yeah, that's nasty. That nasty oil right there. And even with this funnel, some of it's getting back, going onto the deck here. So this is not 100% of the solution, but it is certainly helping. Oh, there we go. It's really coming out now. Yeah, that oil is nasty with a capital N. So we're going to be taking this thing out, pressure washing this thing after we get done with the oil change, because this little funnel thing didn't work. Now I've seen people put like brass fittings in here, and I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. That way you get it out here away from the body. I've seen people also put a hose on here. I'm not so sure about the hose idea, but I do like the idea of a brass pipe, or even, you know, a steel pipe sticking out a little bit here with the cap on it, and then just taking the cap off, and then you're getting it way away from the body, so you don't have this issue with this oil running around back here. So we're going to let this drain out for 5 minutes or so, and then we'll get right back with you, and we'll pick this job right back up. So since this thing made such a mess on the deck, Joshua and I went ahead and ran over, because we don't want this to happen again. Ran over to Ace Hardware, grabbed us the 2 parts we're going to need. So we got a 4-inch 3/8 pipe and a cap for that. So that'll be what caps off the oil right there. So for 13 bucks, I guess, we're going to solve our problem in the future of making a mess all over this deck. thought, well, while we're doing it, we might as well do it now, because if we come back later, we're going to have to make the mess to make this change. So the 4 inches just clears the deck, so it's perfect. Or I say deck, I should be saying frame. It clears the frame. All right, so let's go ahead and put these parts in here. So on the engine side, I'm going to just put thread locker, because I don't want this to come back out when I'm unscrewing it next time. So I'm going to get this thing out of the way. You can see all the oil that got back there. We got most of it in the pan, but we did get some of it that ended up over here, all on the frame. But we're going to put thread locker on this because I don't want it to come out. I am using blue, so it's semi-permanent in case there's ever a reason I need to take this off, rather than using red that's essentially permanent. Now I'm going to tighten this thing down, not with the cap, because I don't want the cap to get so tight that we would tend to unscrew it from here rather than taking the cap off. So we're going to just try to tighten this thing down as much as we can, if I can get in here. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Looks like I might have to get some channel locks. Looks like that's about as tight as I'm going to get it. See, this gets it out far enough that we can clear this frame now. So next time we can get this in here. Plus it doesn't stick out too far to where it could interfere with anything that could get it broken off. It's actually screwing into the filler tube more, but that's okay, because once that thread locker dries, it should lock it in place. So we should be good now. All right, let's go to the other side, get the oil filter off of this thing. All right, so if you notice, I've taken the chute off of here for the bagger, get it out of the way so we have more room to work and so we can see better. We're just going to take us a little strap wrench here. And I don't know how much oil is going to come out of this. All right, that came off quite easily. But I'm going to go ahead and get the drain pan over here with that little funnel thing just in case, because I would assume some will come out. All right, we'll see if we can get this thing up under here enough to catch this oil. I'm not sure, but we're fixing to find out. So there's a little oil coming out of it, not a ton. Yeah, not much we can do about some of this. It's just gonna, yeah, not a whole lot you can do when it's coming out the center of that. You can't get it up under there, so. All right, here we go. So we're going to wipe this surface off. And yeah, we got oil over here too, but it's not as bad as that side. We can spray all this off. All right, so we're back. It's been a few days. I had to go order a different oil filter. The oil filter that I purchased was incorrect. So for this particular mower, this is the filter you want. In Wix, you just drop that, the 5 off it. This is a Wix filter, but I don't know why their numbering system's a little different. But anyway, I don't think Wix probably actually makes this. I think they probably rebox it, but this should be the correct filter this time. Yeah, that feels a lot better. So we're just going to want to go hand tight here. Nothing substantial. And of course I had already oiled down the seal a little bit. Just run a bead on it like I showed you before. So that's it, other than coming over here and filling the thing with oil. So we'll do that next. All right, so we're just going to want to pop this seat up, grab our funnel from our trusty funnel keeper. And if you didn't see my video on how to build one of these, you can go back and find it on my channel. It's a very nice way to keep all your funnels nice and clean. I used to keep them always in like a Ziploc bag, and that was such a headache. And they're always all oily and everything. This has been the game changer for me. And we need just a little over a quart in here. So we're gonna put one and then just a little bit more. Then we'll check it. And it looks like, it's kind of weird, the front side of the dipstick is constantly completely covered in oil, as if there was oil all the way up this tube, which I know there's not. But if you look at the back side, it looks like you need to add just a little bit more, because it's just a little bit below that lowest dot. Yeah, it needs a little bit more. It's barely touching the dipstick actually, so we're gonna put some more in here. Almost 2 quarts. All right, that's to the top hole now. Again, I don't know that you can see it from over there, but that's where we want this to be. So nearly 2 quarts is what it's going to take. So that pretty much wraps up this piece of our maintenance project. But we just got to go clean this deck off, not the deck, but the frame where all the oil landed from the crazy, drain system that used to be on it. Now we've corrected that. But anyway, next one up, we're going to do spark plug. So we'll come back to you with that one in another video. Catch you next time right here on Dad's Garage.